I never thought your business would go down. It was going so well. I'm sorry, but I'm leaving you. We don't even have kids.
My name is Ryo Miura. 5 years ago, I was 28 years old, and I was in the depths of despair. My company, which wasn't large by any means, was doing well until my client's company started going bankrupt one after the other. My wife, who I've been with for 2 years, divorced me since we didn't have kids. Divorce papers can be filed 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, which is convenient. Well, it's not like I have to file them so many times. I went to the city office early in the morning to file the divorce papers, and while I went down the stairs from a different entrance of the subway than I normally use, there was an old coffee shop halfway down.
Oh, excuse me. We open from 7.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll be back. I look at my watch, and it was still 6:40, so I headed for the door. Mirai, have him in. Go ahead.
Here is your coffee. Are you working from early in the morning?
Yes, I'm going to work after this. And that baby earlier?
I always leave my kid at the nearby daycare before work.
Sorry, I didn't check the hours before I went in. This coffee's good. And when I was paying for the bill, it's starting to rain, so please take it with you. You don't have to return it. Thank you very much. I'll take a coffee ticket. That was a nice place. The next day, I stopped by the coffee shop again after work to return the umbrella I borrowed. You really didn't have to return it, but thank you for taking the time. I felt like having another cup of coffee. From that day on, I casually stopped by the coffee shop before and after work. It was sparsely populated outside of lunch hour, and to be honest, the place was run down, but it was cozy. You don't look so cheerful today. You can tell? I see your face every day. Of course I can tell. There are all kinds in my life, aren't there? Neither the master nor his daughter talked much, but a small conversation might have been just right for me at the time.
Did you lose some weight, Miura-san? Are you eating?
You can tell? I've been a little busy lately, and some days I go to bed without eating lunch or dinner. And I'm at a critical point in my life where I can't afford to worry about food.
Why don't you try this hot sandwich I've been working on then? I'd like to know if there are any improvements I could make. My father doesn't really like it, but...
The master's daughter, Mirai, was a single mother with a 9-month-old daughter, Aoi. Mirai-san was at the shop occasionally, sometimes during the mornings, sometimes in the afternoon. Oh, is the baby with you today?
The daycare center is closed for repair, so I'm here as a customer.
We are a single-father family, but I wonder if having divorced parents makes it easier for the kids to get divorced.
So, you're saying you'd be better off with a guy who quit his job after having kids and play pachinko all the time?
I'm not saying that. I just came here for 1 cup of coffee a day like a routine. Did something good happen today? You can tell. I finally won a big contract, so I'm relieved. Even on good days. I know the rain has been depressing. Hopefully tomorrow will be a better day. And on bad days. They talk to me whether things are going well with work or not. That's really all there is to it. But I keep buying coffee tickets there.
Aoi started preschool today.
She was a baby when I first met her.
She's 3 years old now, and she's a bit of a tomboy, so she gives me a lot of trouble.
By the time my wife and I divorced, I started going to the coffee shop 3 years ago. The company was completely back on its feet, and I was finally able to think about something new. And after a few more years...
This is a portrait of my father that Aoi drew. It looks just like him, doesn't it?
Grandpa, I want banana juice.
Okay. How old are you now, Aoi?
5.
Things weren't always good, but the taste of the master's coffee never changed. And after 5 years of going to the coffee shop, I turned 33. The company's back on its feet doing bigger business than before, and I'll never make the same mistake again. I stopped by the coffee shop after work that day as usual, but it was closed. Closed? It's not even a regular holiday. It's the first time in 5 years that's happened. I'm kinda worried. Excuse me, is the coffee shop next door closed today? Yesterday when they were closing the store, the master said he couldn't feel anything in his hand all of a sudden. So he went straight to the hospital because he felt something was wrong. I think his daughter is with him. The next day, and the day after that, the store was closed. But that Sunday of that week, I went to check on the store on a weekend when I don't usually visit, and I found Mirai-san cleaning the store with Aoi.
Miura-san.
Is the master all right?
Come on in. I'll make you some coffee. Although, I can't make it as good as my father.
I'm sorry. I know it's a holiday, but...
No, I'm glad to see you, Miura-san. I thought you must be worried since you came here every day.
And the master?
He recovered quickly, but they said he was at risk for having a stroke, so we had to go straight to the hospital for tests. I can't open the store for at least 3 months, so I'm talking with my father about closing the shop. I'm thinking of going out to work too. The rest is quite expensive since it's a station area. And if I have to hire someone, it'll cost a lot of money for labor.
According to his daughter, the master's illness seems to have settled down for now. There are concerns that it may recur, but the doctor told him to stay in the hospital for a few months for treatment, and to rest for a while after that. May I go visit?
Yes, I think he'd be glad. Do you know the first thing my father said when he was going to be hospitalized?
What is it?
He said, I won't be able to make coffee for Miura-san anymore.
I see. Are you all right, Master? I've never seen you close on a weekday before, so I was worried. I'm sorry for worrying you. Are you closing the shop? It's a family business, so we've managed. But it's hard for my daughter to run it by herself. And a coffee shop like ours is a day job. If we can't open the store, we'll be in trouble fast. Do you intend to continue the shop when you feel better? I'd love to, but I'm ashamed to say that we don't have the strength to keep the place closed for 6 months in that area. That shop has looked after me since I was at rock bottom. Will you let me protect it this time? Miura? Thanks to you, my company is doing well and I can invest. I don't feel like my day is complete without a cup of coffee brewed by the master. And I still have some coffee tickets left over. Thank you. And I began to prepare with Mirai for when the master would return. Should we reupholster the leather on the chairs before the master comes back? Actually, it's been bothering me ever since I was a customer.
I know that customers are concerned about it too. My father and I have always been concerned about it, but we were told that it was very old and would cost a lot of money to repair. It's been that way for a long time.
And I have a request as someone who's been a regular customer for a long time. The film on the glass of the entrance is dark, so I would like to make the inside of the restaurant a little brighter. Also, the ink on the menu is getting blurry. And the restrooms.
If you had so many requests, you should have told us sooner.
It was hard for me to say as a customer. Also, I think it would be a good idea to hire a part-timer and keep the shop open even if only for short periods of time until the evening, since regular customers will leave if the shop is left closed as it is. I don't think it's necessary to make the coffee as good as the master's for now.
Okay.
Later that day...
I look forward to working with you from today.
Nice to meet you. Well, I'm off to work, so I'll stop by again on my way home.
Yes, have a good day.
The restaurant closed at 4 p.m. and remained open without the master for about 4 months. And then... I'm back! Welcome back, master. We were waiting. The chairs and the tables are clean. The shop is brighter than it's ever been, too. All right, time to make some coffee. And the days went by.
Hey, Dad, will you come to the shop after you finish work?
We became a family. Yeah, Dad needs to drink Grandpa's coffee or else his day isn't finished.
Then I'm coming too. I want banana juice.
Aoi is now in 2nd grade, and my wife Mirai was pregnant. I'm off! Drinking a cup of coffee every day after work at this coffee shop is my daily routine.
Who knows? Maybe you have a daily routine of watching the wonders of the world. On both good and bad strings, please stop by this channel if you like. How did you guys enjoy today's story? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching all the way to the end. Make sure to subscribe and click the bell for notifications.